I consume a lot of news. I mean, a lot of news. I consume probably 60 to 90 minutes per day, just reading news articles, not watching YouTube videos like mine, but, articles in online newspapers and magazines. And I couldn't help but think when I read this article, this is how it starts. Just this little piece, nothing big, nothing front page, nothing that would, nothing that would make you think it was that important, looking at the size of it or where it was located on the page. But I read something a couple of days ago that was alarming. I mean, it was really alarming when I read it. And the more I think about it, the more alarming it is. I'd never heard of it before. My strong suit is not science. That's not a category I have a lot of knowledge about, other than, again, just what I read. Apparently, there is this technology, this new technology that has to do with a premise called mirror cells, mirror like your mirror on the wall. And they've been doing research into mirror cells for, the purpose of good, the good of mankind. This is how it always starts out, right? This is how it always starts out. It's going to be for the good of mankind. And the purpose of a mirror cell is that the scientists are able to build, or they're almost able to build a mirror replica of a cell. So everything's the same except it's reversed. It has all the properties, etc. And you might ask yourself, how would that be helpful? Well, it would be helpful, for instance, like people that are treated for something like cancer, and they're treated for that, and their immune system goes haywire. So the good cells are in there, but their immune system rushes to kill the interloper, the intruder. And if you had these, theoretically, if you had these mirror cells, if you had these, they could produce the good effect without the immune system of the body being able to recognize those mirror cells, because they would have no idea what those cells were. They would be unknown to them. So, hey, that sounds pretty good, right? But the problem is that these cells, these mirror cells, because they don't exist and have never existed, they're being synthesized in a lab, so they've never existed on Earth. And so they have no enemies. They have no predators. So it would be very possible that these cells could just replicate like crazy. And this isn't just for people. These cells could replicate and kill, well, everything. Plants, animals, people, everything. I mean, in the worst case scenario, it could wipe out life on Earth as we know it and replace it with some other kind of life. So this is a problem. This is a huge problem. And I'm going to put a link to the original article that I read, which was in USA Today, which is hardly the acme of research literature. But nonetheless, that's where it was. I'm going to put a link to that in this video. So you can read the original article, which got me so dismayed. So anyway, all the research scientists that have been working on this have now declared that they're not going to work on it anymore because it's just too dangerous. It's just way, way too dangerous, for the sake of the Earth. Because I'm jaded and cynical about human nature, this did not make me feel much better. This really didn't make me feel any better because, a lot of really smart people are really kind of crazy. And what if you get a research scientist that decides, he wants to wipe out everyone on Earth or wipe out everything? Okay? I mean, he's sick of it. He wants to start over, even if it means killing himself. What if you get that person? I'm sure that person exists. I'm sure, I am 100% certain that person exists. And there's not a lot of people that know anything about these mirror cells at this point on this planet of ours, and they're not close to making a cell live. I mean, it's not like a month away. They say it's about 10 years away, but still 10 years. And what if this person decides to just unleash this on the world? Or, I mean, we could come up with all kinds of scenarios here, all the science fiction thriller scenarios. What if some rogue government decides to hold the rest of the world hostage? They have these mirror cells and they threaten to release those mirror cells. And they decide to, hold the rest of the world hostage. I mean, make up your own scenario. I'm sure you can. Everyone's got an imagination. And the more I thought about this, the more alarming it is. Because, even if there's a moratorium, even if everyone says, oh, okay, we're not going to work on this anymore. I mean, come on. Someone's going to work on it. Some individual or some government. Because there's always someone that doesn't want to play by the rules or to abide by some agreement. Okay? And let's take the most benign situation. You have a brilliant research scientist, and he or she doesn't want to do either of those things, doesn't want to kill off the world's ecosystem and doesn't want to hold the world high. They're just curious. Because that's what scientists are. They're just curious. They just want to see if they can do it. And 10, 15 years from now, they do it. And somehow, I mean, these things happen, somehow there's an accident. Somehow there's an accident in the lab. And these cells, these cell organisms, these mirror cells, they escape. That wouldn't be good. It's the opposite of good. It would be catastrophic. Like I said, I mean, it has the ability to kill everything. It has no opposition. It has no predator. It has no enemies because it never existed until it's synthesized in the lab. So I'm not making this to make it harder for you to sleep at night. I thought it was interesting and alarming. Let's go back to that word again. Alarming, very alarming. And I think, more people ought to know about it. Not just, it's not like a whole bunch of people are going to know about it from watching this video. I don't have a big audience, but whether it appears in more newspapers or online periodicals, this needs to be really tightly controlled, very tightly controlled. And man, if it's not, I guess the gods will look down on us and laugh, right? As we slowly get erased from the earth. Anyway, that's it. I'll put the link in. The people that are quoted in the article, the scientists, obviously they're a lot better informed, and have a lot better quotes than what I just gave you. Check it out. And hopefully we can all get to sleep tonight, right?